Dear Premier Ford.
Dear Premier Ford.
Dear Premier Ford.
Thank you for promising to listen to faith communities like ours.
We have some concerns we'd like you to keep in mind as you govern Ontario.
Our experience that the weakest of any society are the most vulnerable to any changes.
The poor and the marginalized should not pay the cost of budget cuts.
Instead, they need more help to escape poverty, hunger, and homelessness.
Safe, affordable housing needs to be a priority for all.
So that all people can benefit from the physical and emotional safety and stability that a good home provides.
We are particularly concerned about the lack of quality housing options,
especially for people living with disabilities, seniors with low income, and Indigenous people living on reserves.
As once a refugee myself, I, along with my colleagues,
We ask you to do your utmost to welcome and support refugees.
We encourage you to keep your promise to eliminate hallway medicine.
We are particularly concerned for those struggling with addiction. We ask that you consider a variety of harm reduction approaches.
We value comprehensive sexual education in our schools
and believe strongly that knowledge leads to better choices and better health outcomes.
We believe that Indigenous knowledge and history must be respected and taught.
The Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action must be supported.
Climate care is an expression of our call to be good stewards of God's creation. We encourage you to reduce Ontario's carbon emissions and to find ways to contribute to a robust green economy.
As the gap between rich and poor widens, access to higher education is becoming more difficult for a growing number of people. Education matters if Ontario is to stay competitive.
Premier Ford, we appreciate your desire to unify all Ontarians in a common vision of prosperity and respect.
we ask that this vision includes care of the vulnerable, affordable housing, support for refugees,
quality health care, comprehensive sexual education in our schools,
climate care, and access to higher education for all.
Yours sincerely.
Yours sincerely.
Yours sincerely.
Reverend Maya Brathwaite of Queensville.
Reverend Takuhi Demirjan Petro, Portland.
Reverend Wanda Stride in the city of Kawartha Lakes.
Etienne Lesage, Hamilton.
My name is Michi Ko, and I am filming in Toronto, District 1 City Covenant.
Allison Mock, Mississauga.
Reverend David Exley, London, Ontario.
Reverend Nancy Best, Mohawk, Orleans, Ontario.
Reverend Diane Carden from Barhaven.
Reverend Daniel Benson, Scarborough, Ontario.
Meg Jordan in Elmville.
Reverend Alexa Gilmore, Toronto.
Norm Seeley, Pickering, Ontario.